Today on the channel, we've got the only figure I'll probably be getting from this wave of X-Men 97, good old Cable, on where I got it figured.
The way I got it figured.
What's up, figure fans? Where I got it figured. Back with another Marvel Legends X-Men 97 review. This time, we've got the man, the myth, the legend, Cable. And he's always been one of my favorite X characters ever since he was introduced way back in New Mutants number 87. It was just a weird time in comics where, dudes with like guns and shoulder pads and stuff were like cool. And on the X-Men cartoon, Cable showed up with this outfit, and of course they brought it back for X-Men 97. But I got it because it's like the original X-Men cartoon. That's sort of the outfit that he was what he was rocking, but he showed up and his appearances there. Picked him up at Walmart, and for some reason, they had marked him down for clearance at this particular Walmart. Most likely because they didn't have it on the planogram for a space for them to go in the action figure aisle at that particular Walmart. So they just marked them down for like $12. Now I paid full price for them, but somebody else I knew bought the rest of the case, and he worked at the Walmart, so he knew that they had marked them down. He let me know, so I went back and returned them and got the money back and paid $12 to rebuy them. Basically, is what I did. So as Kyle Peterson says, always got to get a deal. So I ended up paying $12 for Cable. Either way, he's a pretty cool figure. He's like literally the only one from this wave that I really foresee myself getting. We'll look on the back, and maybe I'll think about it. But at the very least, he's the number one want for me from this wave. So as per normal, we're gonna look at him in the package. We're gonna get him out. We're gonna show him off with some other guys. Get you out of here with some final thoughts. First off, X-Men 97 packaging, well worn at this point, given that this is the third wave of said retro cardback series. Nice artwork of Cable. He's got his eye glowing, which the figure doesn't have, which I kind of immediately see, but I'm okay with it. Pretty cool accessories in there. Blast effects, always love to get those. On the back, you've got the cross cell, Logan, Jubilee, Morph, Emma Frost, Cable himself, and of course Sunspot. And this is Sunspot, his depowered form. I'm not going to say there's no appeal here. Jubilee's wearing the black costume, which really she had also was when she was wearing that when she became a vampire for a time. Logan with his bomber jacket is at least an okay figure. If you want more for the X-Men, which I just don't, then yeah, there's value there. Emma Frost in the Hellfire Club outfit, probably the second most appealing figure. But since I don't have any other Hellfire Club guys, and I'm not going to go back and get any other Hellfire Club guys, and I have limited use for that version of Emma. And Sunspot will require me to buy a bunch of New Mutants guys that I'm also not going to buy. So, the logic that I use of why perhaps this might be the only figure from this particular wave that I get as Cable is laid bare. All right, so we're gonna get Cable out. Check him out. All right, so we got Cable free of the packaging, and he comes with quite a few accessories for Marvel Legends figures. He's got two gun hands, two gun wielding hands. his large rifle, his large pistol, and 2 blast effects. He's got a gesturing hand and a fisted hand on him right out of the box. And I think he looks pretty cool. Of course, it's Cable. So getting a close-up of his weapon. Takes a blast effect port. Same with his pistol. Blast effects are the same. They usually come with Iron Man, but they're yellow to red. Like they're shooting out of a regular gun in a sense. And his fisted hands. Since he is on a new body, we'll go over the articulation. So he can actually do a pretty good T-pose despite having the large shoulder pads. He's on a new type of diaphragm, but you've got these straps that are gonna impede his ability to ab crunch, but not so much to the back. He's a big dude, so he only kicks to about there. Just enough to be able to run around. Articulation. Looks down very good. Looks up pretty good. Enough to look up to Apocalypse for sure, who is getting a new 12-inch version, and I definitely pre-ordered that Apocalypse, so definitely be on the lookout for that. But there you go, Cable looking pretty cool. So we're gonna get him geared up, and then we'll do some comparisons. So starting off comparisons, we'll bring in his original time-traveling rival, Bishop. And of course, Cyclops, who they finally paid off that he's, Cyclops' son in the X-Men 97 series. Next up, finally, we'll bring in his last appearance in Marvel Legends. We'll bring in the so-called MVC2 Cable. And as cool as that one is, this one is pretty cool too. I like too that the large rifle could be possibly used as a Viper beam. Maybe not a hyper Viper beam, but definitely a Viper beam. I'm not going to switch the heads on those guys because I don't plan to do it in my collection anyway. But different flavors, but still both cool. There you go. I think I could move on to final thoughts. Final thoughts on Marvel Legends, Marvel Studios, X-Men 97 Cable, part of Wave 3 of X-Men 97. Yeah, I mean, he's cool. I didn't get like the weird issue with the straps and everything. My straps work just fine. And, it's another version of Cable. Cable, again, one of my favorite X guys. This time with blast effects, so it's a good day for me. I think he's a pretty decent figure. I'm gonna go ahead and give him a 9. Way I got a figure rank. He's not uber posable, but what do you expect with a guy with shoulder pads and belt buckles on his legs? I mean, he can move around enough for you to do what you need to do with him. He can hold his weapons and stand, which is always good. And so I think that's about as much as you can expect. So yeah, maybe next time, I have him in here with Apocalypse. My villains are in a bin that is like on the bottom of everything, so I couldn't get Apocalypse out. I probably wanted to, but I couldn't do it. So there you go. There's Cable. Who knows? Maybe somewhere down the line I might get some of those other guys, like I said, but my reasoning was pretty sound of why I'm not getting them. But I definitely wanted to make sure that Cable got his day in the sun on the channel, and so here it is. I'm going to leave it there. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Certainly would love for you to help us on the journey to 1,000. We're still trying to make it there. And I'm going to stop there. So till next video, everybody stay safe. See you on the next one. Happy collecting. Peace.
The way I got it figured.